no time. Like music, vlog, family, friends, girlfriend, and that's it.
Oh, daylight, still so blind. She's never gonna walk away, but leave you with the mess you made.
Hey guys, welcome to the B Studio. Today, up until now, was really busy. I had 3 singer-songwriters here in the studio working on the new album. Yes, I know I said I won't record and write anymore, but there are like 2 or 3 songs missing for some instrumentals, so I just spontaneously got people in. We had a session. I didn't film it because I already explained to you when I film it and put it up on YouTube, I can't sell those songs to other producers. And since I just want to keep the best ones out of those sessions, I just have to stop filming them. Maybe later on, once all of the paperwork is done and it's safe that those will be my songs for this kind of new album, I will share all of it with you again. I hope to be able to play the vocals at the end of the week, maybe next week. So since there's not much I can share from today, and I hope you understand it, my main goal is sharing everything I do and like giving you an insight into my life as a DJ and producer. But sometimes for legal reasons, it's just not possible. Today is one of these days. I hope you understand it. I need to focus on making the best music possible because that's like priority number 1. So today, let's just do a Q&A. First up, tips for sound designing custom synths. I personally would go with presets, go through the presets until you find something that you like, and then tweaking it and making it custom. Starting from scratch, just like with a sine wave, or like the initial setup of a synthesizer can be really frustrating, and I don't like being frustrated while making music. It should be a happy, a good moment where you're in the flow, in the creative zone, and this can really hinder you from finishing a song. So go with the presets, finish the song, and if you still think the main synthesizers could be better, then maybe in another project start tweaking, trying out, and then see if it actually is better. But usually it's just a waste of time. How are you? I'm fine. I'm extremely pumped. Like, this is again a really exciting time of my life, starting this huge project, and I can't wait to share these songs with you, all of you. Every single one will agree that they're like really the next level. What would you consider the hardest part in your career as a music producer and label manager? The hardest is like being patient, because at the beginning you want to write super huge hits, but you just can't because your knowledge is not there, your experience is not there, and you're not connected in the industry. So you have to build up all of those 3 at the same time to get anywhere. If you leave one of those building blocks out, there is no way you will make it. So just push on all fronts. Is it necessary to have expensive mics and proper recording room for vocals, or can we get good results from a cheap mic? You can get pretty decent results from a cheap mic. Usually the bottleneck in the vocal process is the singer-songwriter. And then I would go either maybe right here with the Shure SMB7, I think. Pretty inexpensive, I think 400 euros, which might be expensive for you, but it really delivers. But then even more important is actually the room you're recording in. So either try and rent a studio, try to rent a vocal booth, or maybe get one of these shields. If you don't even have that, make sure that you maybe choose the less reverby room in your apartment, so don't do it in the bathroom. If you have a home studio setup with acoustic treatment, just do it in the room and let the singer face towards an absorber. This could actually already do it, or just make sure they're not in front of a window or a wall, or where you have a lot of reflective surfaces. You could also even try dampening it with pillows and like carpet and whatnot. Just try to reduce the echo if you don't have any other possibility. But I have to say, at the end, you can actually hear it. You can hear it if a vocal was recorded in a good room with a good mic, with a good singer-songwriter, and if it was recorded in a shitty room that actually shouldn't be used for recording vocals, you can definitely hear it. How long does it take to record, edit, and upload one video vlog? Are you helped, or do you do it all alone? I do everything myself because it's It's impossible to let someone else do it. Leonard doesn't have a clue about Final Cut. I think he never opened the program. And also Lewis, no. So I don't have someone that could do it. And like getting someone that lives somewhere else to do it is impossible because I'm recording like on a normal vlog around 80 to 120 gigabytes. Just sending those files over would take longer than me actually editing them. The editing process is really personal. I sometimes film things I don't want to have in the vlog, and I don't even want anyone else to see it. I just, yeah, this vlog is a personal thing, and I want to keep it that way. And editing it yourself, filming it yourself, and having the ideas yourself is a big part of making this my journey and not someone else's. And for how long it takes, it can be an hour to 1 hour and a half for a video like this where I'm just talking and it's like pretty easy to edit. But if it's like the dance fair where I have to film a lot more because I don't know what will happen and I can't plan the story or the action that is happening, it can be 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. There are even some vlogs where it took me 8 hours if I do like slow motion, B-roll, drone and all this kind of stuff. But I usually only make these kind of 8-hour vlogs when I'm on vacation, because doing it on a regular day is impossible. I still need to work on my music for 8 to 10 hours. So it's, yeah, you see, I just don't sleep a lot. What are your hobbies outside music? Not really any hobbies, like at least not dedicated ones. Like I like cooking, but I wouldn't say it's a hobby. I just like preparing food. It's kind of 15-20 minutes of doing something relaxed and easy compared to being like all in logic. Filming is a hobby, so I turned my hobby into like a side project for my music, if you want to call it that. But real hobbies, no time. Like music, vlog, family, friends, girlfriend, and that's it. About the audio headphones, which ones do you like more, the open or the closed ones, and how do they sound different from each other? That's a good question. Let me actually get them. So these right here, I called them the best headphones for mixing, and I still have to say they are the best for mixing, at least in this kind of 300 euro price range. These are the ones that are closed, so you can wear them on the bus, train, and no one will be able to hear it full blast. The other ones have holes and are open headphones. They are better for mixing, 100%. This is already a little compromise. These are good for recording vocals, to mix things on the go, if you just don't want to bother anyone else. But if you really want to mix, the open ones, 100%, at least for me. So yeah, if you're a lot on the go, take the closed ones. If you're producing a lot at home in the studio, the open ones are a little better, just rounder, a little bit less tinny in the sound, and the bass is more accurate. Hard to describe, but just try them out for yourself. Next up, does it make sense to produce progressive house and in 5 years make it because it's slowly dying? Yeah, sure, just make what you love. I think you can make a living and become a millionaire with whatever you do, any kind of music. I mean, just take Billie Eilish. She's doing this really weird, creepy kind of sound that probably a lot of A&Rs rejected because it's so weird. And she's now one of the most streamed artists and the most hyped one, and is like just doing great, amazing, creative stuff. So don't think like that. I think that's the mistake. Just make what you like, make it good, and you'll find other people that have like the same taste and will also like it. The world is big enough. You will find enough people to DJ, to tour. And usually if a sound goes down, maybe 10-15 years later, someone rediscovers it. And maybe it's you that redefines that kind of style and makes it big again. Like right now, everyone is covering 90s music, and like in 10 years, like it's always like a cycle. And yeah, just make what you love. 100%. Have you ever played drums, and do you intend to play them in the future? No, I've never played the drums. I don't intend playing them. I'm way faster in the computer, and I like electronic dance music, and you need like sampled kicks for that, like live drums. They don't really fit, and I don't want to become a drummer. I want to be a producer, and in life you have sometimes to decide to do one thing only, and do it 100% than being able to do 3 things and nothing of it really good. How do you say this is a good singer? I wish I could play you already what I recorded today, because that's actually good singing. There are a lot of types. It has to fit to the style of your music. It has to be in key, of course, not flat, not sharp. The voice needs to be a nice voice, or at least a voice that fits to the vibe of the song. Timing has to be right. The processing needs to be right. There are a lot of factors. Of course, also the lyrics and the vibe it's going. Like, it's really, really hard to describe. But in a nutshell, basically, if you hear a vocal and you like it, then that's probably a good one. Is it better to have your tracks signed to one label or to as many as possible? Again, this really depends on the type of deal. If you're a singer and you're working on your album, makes sense to release it with one label, hopefully a major, so Sony, Warner, or Universal Music. If you're an electronic music producer, a DJ, then like splitting it into a couple of labels and release singles makes more sense. Because let's say you release on Spinning, so you get all of the Spinning fans to listen to your music and know who you are. A month later, you release on Armada and get, like, again, new fans. Then you make a more underground track for Tool Room and for Defected. And this way kind of steal the fan bases kind of those labels and work your way up. That's like a good strategy, actually. What tasks do you typically attend to on a business day? Oh God, I don't know. There's so much stuff. Like, mostly 90% is emails back and forth. The rest is then phone calls, organizational stuff, talking to the team, planning. Actually, a lot of planning, like in my head. Like, every second of my life that I'm awake, I'm thinking about what to do next. So I'm thinking about my music, thinking about like strategies, who to contact, not to forget anything, reach out to people, closing business deals. And there's like tons and tons of stuff, like working at the same time, and then still have like an idea for the vlog, film it, edit it, and this every single day. So yeah, it's a ton. I couldn't even describe it. So just like a mess. Just have a list, order it in the order that is like the most important at top, and just work your way down and just work your ass off. How to get clients on the internet as a ghost producer? That's not the way it works, to be honest. You have to produce good music, release it under your alias, and then people might approach you. If not, your music is not good enough and people won't be interested in your ghost productions. Because you have to understand, the ghost production market is either you produce huge hits and people buy them and they spend like 10,000 on a song, but this will get them gigs and they will make their money back. But if your productions are mediocre, people won't even spend 100 for it because it's like wasted money. So you really, really need to be better, way better than any other producer. I think like to be a ghost producer, you need to be like on top of the production game. And if you're not, there's not really a chance for you to make like a real living out of it. Yes, you might snap here and there 100 euros from someone that is too stupid to hear that your stuff isn't good enough. But yeah, just make quality stuff and people will approach you. How to keep motivated when everyone is poking you about your career choice? Staying motivated. I don't know, for me it never was a problem. I'm 100% motivated no matter what other people say. If other people hate my stuff or me or my choices, it even motivates me more. So I'm like draining my motivation from these haters and turn it into something positive. And if you can do that, go for it. That's like the best way to deal with it. Ignore the haters if you can't deal with it. And if you truly believe in what you're doing, and if you truly believe in your choices, that hate and what other people say won't affect you. If it starts affecting you, then you know that you're yourself not 100% sure about your choice. And then you got a problem. You need to change something. Are you good at finishing your work? How often do you start new tracks? I'm really good at the moment. This year, my rate for starting songs and finishing them is at like 80%. I start a song and finish it to 80%. It's more often now that I actually finish a song and then not release it because I think it's not good enough. It's 100% finished, but it doesn't fit my style. It's not what I'm like, what I had in mind when creating it. I didn't really hit it as I wanted, so I then just scrap it and start a new one. But I'm not anymore in that phase where I start a song, work on it for 5 hours, start the next one and the next one and the next one. I'm not doing that anymore. That's like the biggest time waster ever, but it takes like 5 years of doing that until you know how to finish songs and decide really, really early on already if you actually want to finish it or not. That's how you save time. Sir, did you learn DJing and producing by yourself? Yes, 100% DJing. I started so early, there was no YouTube. Producing for the first 4 or 5 years also just by trying things out, reading books, like doing a little bit of research online. Then Future Music Mag started with those production videos. I bought all of them in the magazine, still on CD. And now with YouTube, yeah, you can just type in anything you want to know and watch someone do it in like a basic, easy way, and then you have to go from there. I think that's it. The rest of the questions I already answered in one of the past videos. It's already up there. I've made over 1,000 videos, so if you want to know anything about music producing, the production process, business stuff, just go into my channel. There's like, you can search for topics just on my channel. There should be something out there. I think I will now stick it to the album making process. This will be really confusing because it's new for me. And I'm planning on working on all of these songs parallel. And I don't know if you guys will be able to follow along. But let me know if you're interested to share this entire process. This could be like a big insight into something no one else probably ever shared in that kind of detail this early on in the working process. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for your questions. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments or just hit me up on Instagram. We see us tomorrow back here in the studio. And yeah, album preparation work. Sign off.
This was your final warning. Don't act like you're the last to know. You had the chance to save her, be her savior. Now leave her alone. This was your final warning. Don't act like you're the